Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to cover a topic today on some gardening stuff, and I want to tell you and show you how to grow food anywhere cheaply and very easily. I know with all the food stuff shortage and all the stuff that's going on, inflation, times are tough, and some people really need to know some stuff and help, and we've been doing this for a while and it works good. And like I said, with the food shortage and stuff, everything helps. So I kind of want to share this. Way to go, Brandon. Thanks. But anyways, let me show you what we got. This is what we got, other than the ducks here. But we've been doing this for a while and we really like this. These are container gardens in 5-gallon buckets. And you can get these buckets anywhere. These happen to come from Tractor Supply. And you can pick these up on sale for about $3.50 as of right now. This is the end of June in 2022. I can't remember the exact day, but you can catch them on sale, and you can always get a free 5-gallon bucket. So with that being said, let me get out of the sun. You can always get a 5-gallon bucket usually for free, but don't get one that's had a herbicide, pesticide, rodent poison or something like that. Look for, and these will have it, there's a code, bear with me here, right there on the back. There's a number 2 right there, if you can see it. My camera ain't showing up real well, but number 2 in that little triangle right there is your recycle code. That is food grade. So always get one with a number 2 on the bottom and rinse it out, in case, because you can take a food grade one and put something bad in it. Just, if you're getting used one, just make sure what was in it, and it's a number 2. No BPAs, and some of them even say, yeah, just like the Tractor Supply ones, it's real obvious. Food grade, heavy duty, BPA free, blardy blardy blardy. But that means good, food grade. And, oh, what's the other one? If you got a Firehouse Subs, they sell theirs. I think we picked the last ones up for $3 for pickle buckets. Restaurants, bakeries are another good place to find these 5-gallon buckets. And you can get them cheap or free. And for my tomato cages, this is some old hog wire I've made. We've got tomatoes in here and they are just thriving. I'm actually moving these, and this is another point of this. These are mobile. Take your garden with you if you have to move. I moved them from over there because they're overcrowded. When we started that, we was getting them all in there and got them started, and with chickens and stuff running around the yard during the day, they go up at night. But we was kind of keeping them out, and we've also got goats. Once in a while one of them breaks out. So but we had them over there contained where they couldn't get through a fence, and they're getting a little overcrowded now and fighting for sunlight, which is kind of why these are a little bit wilty looking, and we've had over 100-degree days. They're struggling, so I got them out. And I'm going to put them in something else I've made that I've been wanting to do, so they don't have to compete for that. And another thing you can do also on the bargain side of things, these right here, and I will show you how to do one of these buckets really quick. They're not hard at all. But I got these. I got some vining crops, some squash and cucumbers here. And then we got some peppers and stuff. These are a little rough looking. Like I said, it's over 100 degrees every day where we're at right now. It's just murder. And they had a big sale going on these for hardly nothing, because it was at our local Lowe's. They was like half off or half of half, something like that. Wife picked them up. But they're so hot and they can't water them fast enough right now, and they're dying and they're afraid of losing all their money. So they had a big sale. So we bought a few on top of what we had. And I'll show you the garden that we've got. And like I said, I love these container gardens. These are so easy, and you can put, if you get some bad dirt, with weeds and stuff and whatnot in it, you can actually put mulch around that, and you don't have to weed, which is another reason I like container gardens. No weeding. And like I said, I just picked these up, moved them out of that, so they're mobile. But just like this, here's a pan. You can do these indoors. Yes, very simply. Once you get the holes in here, and these are self-wicking as well once they get wet. But you can do this. You can set that inside in an apartment, whatever you got, it doesn't matter, as long as you have a window and sunlight. You can do this indoors year-round. and have fresh vegetables, have fresh stuff. You know, it's great as long as there's daylight. And when with the holes down here, you come about 1.5 inches, 2 inches, nothing critical. And what happens if these are outside, when the rain hits them, they drain. You know, it keeps the roots from rotting and not holding all the water. They will drain. And you can also reverse that to make them suck up as well as drain out. If you got something like this, you can make the water pull up through and keep the dirt wet. It works really good. And then you can just watch this water level, and it pulls, the plant will pull what it needs and not oversaturate itself and drown the roots. So they work awesome for that. And let me show you, we'll come back to this. This is something I've built. I will cover this right here and kind of show you what that's all about. But here's where they come from. Yeah, I know it needs vines de-weeded and all that, but this is thriving. I mean, it is kicking butt. Look at these tomatoes. They're everywhere, and we love tomatoes, so we got a whole bunch of these tomatoes. We got green ones. We got cucumbers that are vining. You can see them. You got one right here, and there's a whole bunch of them in there, which is part of the reason. See this panel, and it's vining on this panel? That's kind of the reason I've got that panel, but I'll cover that in a second. But I mean, we have food, everybody. We've been picking tomatoes and eating these already, just tearing them up. I mean, I'm loving them. But look at this monstrous big old girls. And I do believe, where did you go? There's our big red tomato in there. I seen it earlier, right before I did this video. I come out, but anyway, we're just loaded with them, and cucumbers. And we've also got the big containers. You know, these are mineral tubs for cattle is what these was. And we've got cattle, so we use these and reuse them. But I mean, there's some more big tomatoes in the back, but it's thriving. It's doing really, really well. But there were so many crowded in here. Here's where I just pulled the others from, and you can see, I mean, I literally just pulled them. Aha! I found where she's been laying her eggs. Them duck eggs. I need to get them, see if I can hatch them. Anyway, incubator video coming up soon. But anyway, we got food. So this is very great, and like I said, mobile. You know, and if you're going to do cucumbers, they are a vining crop. But so I mean, you could engineer something inside in an apartment. But like tomatoes and peppers and, you know, stuff that just comes up, you can put a little tomato cage, you can pick them up. I don't know, I've built them for so long. Last I priced them, you can get a real cheesy one for like $1. So you can stick that in your free bucket or your $3.50 bucket. And the good thing about the buckets, once you buy them, you got them. So they're indefinite. But you could do that by the window and keep that with you. And then say, you know, if you had to leave your apartment or your home or whatever, you can pick these buckets up and stack them and take them with you. Or if it's the end of garden season, the plants are dead, just take the buckets. But you can move your whole fruit, food, whatever, vegetables. I mean, it's great. I literally just did it with these and got them out here. So, I mean, it just, like I said, they are just absolutely thriving, and they look good. So, this is something I built, and this is another deal, and I'll come back to these and we'll put one together, so just so you can see how easy this is. And these bags of dirt that I'm using, they got these from Lowe's. These are $2. Cow manure and compost. This is great stuff. One bag will do that right there. A half a bucket, or a half a bag will do a half a bucket pretty much. And that's all you need. You can go a little wild, but I can get 2 buckets per bag. So very nice. So you got about $1 in a dirt for one. Yes, Mama Duck. All right, now here's something I have built that I have wanted to do for a while. Let's get out of the sun. And what this is, I'm gonna call this the Garden Caddy. Hopefully it's picking up, but this was all junk. This was all recycled. Used junky cattle panel, comes around. Hopefully you can see that. And you know, I did this for vining crops, which I'm gonna put the cucumbers and the squash in. And these buckets, let me grab an empty one. What I built this for is this right here. You can stack them in there, and you can pick this up with a rope and pull it. Comes time to mow, I can move my garden, mow, and I can mow in front of it before I move it, and I'm done. Very nice, very simple, and you don't have to weld and make this out of metal. You can build this out of lumber. I just happen to use metal because metal's more convenient for me. I've got welders, plasma cutters, torches, and I work with metal a lot and build a lot of stuff, so I prefer metal over wood. Every bit of this was bed rails. I didn't buy none of this, and I didn't buy the panel. A little wompy. I went and dug this out of the woods, actually. And I've also got one on each side, and I've got a middle runner. Now my only concern with this is if I ever get it thick enough, you know, like say solid cucumbers down both sides, I may or may not shadow it. I don't know. Well, we're going to have to try it. It wasn't no big deal to cut two pieces and weld them in there to find out. But if I can have my vines and my peppers down the center, I can't lose, as long as they don't get overshaded. I'll just have to experiment with it. This is a prototype. I will obviously change this. The next one, I want it to be wider than, I want it to be longer than it is wide. This one is wider than it is long, and it just worked out that way because of the metal I had. I wasn't going to go buy none. I wasn't going to spend a bunch of money on it. This was all free, so just with what I had laying, that was handy. And I didn't want to patch pieces together and everything. These were single piece one cuts. So anyway, I did this for a mobile garden in your yard. You can just take this thing, this little garden caddy, stack your buckets, and all your crops can vine and grow, especially your tomatoes that are indeterminate. They don't stop growing. That's ones I like. And these things can just keep going and going. And you can mix your squash, cucumbers, tomatoes, everything that vines, and grow them all in there. I know some people say it'll cross-pollinate and it'll taste different. I personally haven't had that experience. I've mixed them, and I have heard people that say the opposite, that it will. So I don't know. Take it to whatever. You just have to try it to find out yourself on that one. Me personally, I have no problem. But remember this, when a bee pollinates, he doesn't go individual plants. He goes from flowers to vegetables to fruit trees. They all taste the same. Or I mean, they don't taste the same. The pollen's the same, and the fruit tastes different. So, you know, bee don't discriminate, so I don't really see how any difference in the garden here. So, just a thought, my opinion. Leave yours below. Let me know what you think about that. Am I wrong? Am I right? But personally, that's kind of the way I see it. You know, these bees go from tree to tree, all kinds of trees. They don't care. And every plant tastes different, so I don't think it matters. But some people say it does. So anyway, enough of that. But I will set the camera up. I'll go get the tripod and set this up. And we'll put one of these buckets together on this mobile garden, mobile container garden, and you can see just how simple and easy these are. And like I said, the beauty of these, you can do them in an apartment, you can do them at your farm, you can do them in a little lot suburbia in town. I mean, it's just easy. There's nothing, they don't take up much real estate. They got a very small footprint. They're cheap and easy. And I love them. I absolutely love them. And another thing, another reason I wanted this, when I come through here and get this all set up, later I thought about, and like I said, this is all prototype, and I've already found something I want to change. These need to move down where I'm picking the bottom up versus dragging them straight because it pivots down. But just little stuff, there's always something. But on the prototype here, later I want to put down both sides, put a garden hose with a dripper on both sides and run them into these buckets. Come over here and just run your dripper hose. And with that, what I can do, I can set that on a timer, and if I want to, I can put a can under it, mix the nutrient, and run nutrient through them. I mean, the possibilities are endless. You can just set this up on a timer, and it's all automatic. So the combos are endless with this. But stay tuned on the channel for more of this, because I'm going to keep building this because I like it, and I love these container gardens. We've done them for several years now, and every year I do them a little different. I just keep playing with them, so I really like them. But you can grow food cheaply, easily, anywhere with these things. I mean, anywhere. Even in an apartment, as long as you've got a window. That's all you need. You know, we started a bunch of these in the back room of this house with windows. Never went outside till I got so tall from seeding, and we got them going. That's what these are, some of them. Not all of them, but some of them. So anyway, I will go get the tripod, set this up, and we'll build one of these. So hang on. All right, everybody. I'm down here at ground level, so bear with me. First of all, take your bucket, and like I said, make sure when you get one, right there, that number 2, you need that. Make sure it's food grade, and you know, it's very simple. Just come up 1.5 to 2 inches. Get you a drill, just a small bit, about the size of a number 2 pencil, a little smaller. From the bottom of the bucket, come up about 2 inches, 1.5 inches, and just drill you a hole. Very simple. It's that simple. Put 2 in there at least. Won't hurt. Just come on. And that's it. There's your bucket. And what that will do, there's 2 holes in there, but that will let it drain. And like I said, when the rain comes in, it lets it drain without the roots rotting. And you know, it also, you can set it in this container right here, just like that. And you know, it can also wick up. So there's several ways to do this, and you can run a drip irrigation line through the top of the bucket. Simple, simple. So anyways, with that being said, I turned the camera back in front of the screen on. So, but anyway, you get 2 holes, and then take your bag, get it all situated, rip you a hole in it, just dump her in there. It's that simple. And mix, get it in there. It's a little bit clumpy. It's been setting out here. Look. Whoa, whoa. Well, there's roughly a 1/2 bag. So, and that's about 2/3 up. So, plenty. And like I said, I've still got 1/2 bag. So, you got plenty. Now let me go grab the plant. We'll plant it in here, so hang on. Didn't take me too long. It's right over there on the table. But anyway, this will be the Crookneck Squash. But very simple. Just take your hand, just make you a little palm and go in there about in the middle. Let's see if I can show you. Very simple. I knocked it back in there, but just, you know, make you a hole. Set her down. Clean it up. And then get this out. And you can do this with seeds also. Put your seeds right in here and start them. I mean, it's just a very universal, good, cheap system. And then put that in there. Get the camera. So, I mean, very simple. Just kind of get you a hole around it and all that. I mean, get it in there and then cover it. It's that simple. So, get the camera set back up and put your dirt around it. And voila. Now this one will vine, but I'm not going to worry about putting a cage in it like these because it's going on that Garden Caddy over there. And it's already got the cattle panel to go up. So, let me, hang on, and we'll walk over and set this up. And get my camera. Alright. Alright. You just walk over here. Just like this. And bam. Done deal. I'll put some water on it and it's finished. And then, it's already got one headed there. But see, I can take this leaf and put this on my cattle panel and go on over. Works great. And this will hold 4, I think it was 4, it might have been 5. I think it's 4 buckets when I set them up there. But I'm going to get the rest done. And there it is. But like I said, even that, let me grab this. If you're in an apartment, you know, you can set this right in the bucket, right in a container. It's ready to go. Fill the container, it'll wick. And when you wick them, you got to wet the top and get it all saturated, and then start your bottom a little bit, and it'll make, you know, kind of a connection, so to speak, there where they're both wet and wicked, and then after that it's took care of. But for me, for now, right here, this is what we're going to do. I've been wanting to build one of these, and I finally did it. And it was free, and you can build these out of lumber. But there it is. There's the Garden Caddy. So it'll start vining. I'll get the rest, and you know, we're gonna have lots of good vegetables right here. I mean, I'm excited. Like I said, it'll get started right there and go on up. So done deal. And very happy with that. And I guess that's about it for the video. So hopefully this will help everybody. And just like this, you can put seeds down in here too. Put your 3-4 seeds of whatever package you got. Once you get that hole in there, and they will start. Just make sure they got water and sunlight. Plants are simple. Don't take much to make them happy. You can put a little fertilizer and stuff in there and get you some basic Miracle Grow and or anything out of the store. Just mix it in with the dirt. It ain't a big deal. But I do know this is good dirt, and I've had good luck with it, and it's cheap. One last look so you'll know what it is. Lowe's sells this Timberline soil, cow manure, and compost. That was $1.98 for a 40-pound bag, and it works good. I can get 2 buckets per bag out of it. And like I said, that was a half a bag, and when you wet it, it'll shrink a little, but it does real good. And you can put a tomato cage, because obviously most of you ain't going to have this set up because you're looking into gardening if you're watching this video. But you can get one of them little cheesy tomato cages and get you some starts and grow your own food. Cheap and easy, simple. They don't get much more simple than that. And I'm going to get these girls put up on that side, and I've got some cucumbers and some squash I'm going to plant and get them on the Garden Caddy. So I hope this helps. Leave comments below. If you like what I did, let me know. If you didn't like what I did, let me know. If you got something you would like to see on the Garden Caddy done a little different, if you've used container gardens, tell me your experience. What do you do that I didn't? Maybe I can improve. Maybe there's something else I can do. We've done this for years and I love it. But comment below. You know, we can learn from each other. I mean, that's what this is about. And if we can help each other grow food, save money, and a lot better tasting. Them tomatoes out here ain't, compared to the store, make you bleh. Ain't very good. But the ones that are out here, oh my gosh, we just live for it every year. That's why we got so many. So, but anyway, like I said, let me know your container gardening experience if you haven't, or if there's something you'd like to see, let me know. If there's something different, you know, just comment below. Let me know. And I guess that's it for this video. I'm going to finish my little garden up and get it over here and get it moved. And I guess that's it. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help my channel. Promote this, share this with someone that can use it. Help someone out to get their garden started on, your social media. So share it wherever. And that's what it's all about. And hopefully you liked it. So, like I said, leave me a thumbs up if you did like it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell and you'll get notified of more garden videos because I got more coming. And I guess that's it. So as always, like and subscribe and comment below, and I'll catch you on the next video.